were gonna do glasses before, but
All right.
I brought the team down.
We're live now, so this is Jeremy Lin. I appreciate everybody who's tuned in online, and especially the 5 people who are here at this Google Hangout. I really appreciate everybody taking the time. So first, we're just going to do a little get to know each other. I've already come up with acronyms for all of you guys based on a little bit about yourself. So first, we have Connie from Cornerstone Church. That's a church that I went to in Boston when I was out at Harvard. We have Construction Cody, does some construction. We have Criminology Chris. We have Bo from the Bronx. And then Ashley, we had a tough time with A, so we decided to go with Ashley, a school teacher. Sorry about that. But we just, I just want to get to know you guys more. So if you guys want to go ahead and say a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself, and then I'm a big Disney guy, so I'm kind of interested in your favorite Disney character or your favorite Disney song. So we can start left to right with Ashley.
Huh, okay. My name is Ashley. I am a high school English teacher, and let's see. All my kids are super excited, and they're all watching this because they're they're basketball junkies too. And my favorite Disney character. I'm that Disney junkie who goes back and sees all those 3D movies now that they're coming out because they weren't out when I was a kid. So, but I did just go see Lion King on Broadway. So Lion King is probably my favorite, and those are my favorite songs too.
Cool. Bo, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. I'm Bo, and I'm currently in the Bronx studying medicine at Albert Einstein College of Medicine. And I'm from Fort Lee, New Jersey originally. And so in terms of Disney movies, I don't really watch a lot anymore, but I still have a portrait of Simba hanging on my wall in the bedroom at my parents' place from when I was 5. I got that one. And it's still hanging there. So I think Simba is probably my favorite.
Okay, cool. Chris?
My name is Chris Holmes. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I'm a criminology major right now, and I go to Hillsborough Community College, a small community college. And my favorite Disney character, I guess I would have to say Mulan. I like that because it was based on a true story. Like, I really like that, So, yeah, Mulan.
Very cool. Definitely one of my favorites, too. Cody?
Cody Fehrenbach, originally from Houston, living in Dallas now. I do construction and real estate recruiting. Favorite Disney character, not sure. Movie, I've probably seen Finding Nemo more than any of the others, so I'll have to go with that.
Hi,
Cool.
I'm Connie, and oh crap, sorry, something popped up on my screen. But I'm from New York City, and I'm in Boston right now for school, and not a really big Disney fan, but I've probably watched The Lion King over 10 times, and but I think Aladdin has the best songs.
Very cool. I'm Jeremy. I'm in Houston right now. And my favorite, I don't know, I like everything about Disney. I just started playing the piano, so I'm trying to learn some Lion King songs, but I can also, I really enjoy Go the Distance from Hercules and some of the Aladdin songs as well. And the little turtle from Finding Nemo, that's, I like him, so. That's just a little bit about me, and then I think you guys all have some questions, so we could just jump right in. We could go back the other way. We could start with Connie and then go down to Ashley.
Okay. Well, one of the questions I had was, what do you usually do on your free time or like an off day, either at home or even in Houston right now?
I do a lot of different things. I would say right now, like on a typical off day, I'll play some video games. I play, Halo 4 just came out.
Yeah.
So we just got that. We got it this morning. So that's probably what I'm going to spend my night doing. And then we play Dota. It's a computer game I play online with my brothers and friends. we also have a ping pong table and a little mini basketball hoop in the apartment, and then I just started playing piano.
So you have your own apartment. You're not sleeping on someone's couch now.
No, I'm off the couch. I'm off the couch, but I would say actually you could get really good night's rest on couches. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that's pretty much what I like doing in my free time. I mean, anything low key. When I'm back home, I love going to eat In-N-Out Burger, and I'll go mini golf, bowling, arcades, anything. I'm kind of like a lot of my friends call me a big little kid, so anything that kids do, basically, I do.
What did you replace with In-N-Out in New York City? Did you like Shake Shack or Five Guys or even chicken and rice?
Five Guys was okay. I would put Shake Shack above Five Guys. Chicken and rice was okay too, but I think by the time I had it, everyone hyped it up so much. So when I finally had it, I was like, I don't know.
Did you have to wait in line also?
Oh yeah. You gotta wait.
You waited? Oh wow.
I mean, usually, actually, the times that I went, there wasn't really anybody there, so it wasn't too bad. But no, there's some good food in New York. I like eating like street food too.
So, I guess I'll go next. I was going to ask, who do you really respect in the game today? And in terms of people you've played so far, and especially in the last year, who's always fun to go up against?
Like an athlete or a professional athlete, I started to understand like how hard it is sometimes to deal with the criticism, and to see what he did in Cleveland. He stayed there for a few years and kind of put his heart and soul into the team, and then got kicked on the way out. I thought the way that he handled it was pretty good, and so also the way he plays the game, the way he makes everybody better. I think there's something about that can be said about players that make everybody else better.
Right.
So I respect him a lot for that. And then someone I really enjoy going up against, pretty much any of the elite point guards, but actually I really enjoy going up against Jason Kidd because he's a little older now, but the things that he does, like he'll do little like veteran tricky things, like he'll push you on your hip when no one sees it, or like he'll grab your jersey or do little things to get around you, or like he's so smart, so he does these little tricks that I'm like, wow, I need to start learning how to do that.
All right, well, I guess I'll go next. As a Christian athlete, like I understand that we face certain temptations that kind of like conflict with what we believe, and I wanted to know, like, how do you deal with it? Because obviously you have it on a much bigger scale. Like you have the types of women and people you can meet in the nightlife and stuff you get caught up in. And I wonder, like, how do you deal with it as a Christian athlete? How you have to be different?
Yeah, I think the most important thing always is a lot of it is kind of like just the way you live, to be able to have your testimony or your witness be lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's really important to be consistent, and everybody's going to make mistakes. We're all, not perfect, but I think if we trust in God, and if we rely on Him for His strength, and we repent, if we make mistakes, and as long as our heart is in the right place, I think He honors that and He respects that, and so I think that's really important. And then also just learning, not to put yourself in situations where even though you may not be doing anything, it could be construed a certain way. Yeah, that's also really important as well.
I had one more. When you were at Golden State and you were struggling like to get PT playing time, did you ever like lose faith that was the plan that God had for you?
This is a great question. There were definitely times. I don't think at any point in time I said to myself, I think God is making a mistake, because I don't believe that to be true. But there were definitely times when I looked in myself, and I was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if I have it in me to finish this year, or to finish this season, or to come back next season. You know, there was a lot of really tough times. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my family knows, my friends, my close friends, they know. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody for a while, like pretty much the whole season. So, but that was a tough year. But it was just like learning to trust in God and His sovereignty, and just kind of repeating different scriptures to stay positive and to be encouraged. But in the end, you know, as I look back, I realized, like, it made me so much stronger as a person and in my faith. So I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, it was really awesome to watch you, like, persevere like that. Because I watched, you know, like, when you were on the end of the bench trying to get, you know, playing time and stuff. And so to watch that, you know, it was really gratifying to watch. You finally get that chance to prove yourself.
Man, I appreciate it.
All right. So my question was, having gone to Harvard, which is, you know, a really elite academic institution, I was wondering what kinds of careers you were considering seriously, other than one in basketball, throughout your tenure at Harvard.
You know, it's crazy. Like, I always told myself when I'm done playing, I want to, you know, I want to possibly get into some type of ministry. You know, whether it's working for a church. I think my passion really is in nonprofit work, and I love kids. Like, I think kids are the coolest and cutest things, up until you get sick of them. But I think that's something that I want to kind of do in the future. But coming out of college, I pretty much was like, I'm going to play basketball. I'm going to try it. And so I didn't apply for any other jobs. I didn't do anything except pursue a basketball career. I guess that wasn't that smart in hindsight, but it was something that I knew I wanted to do. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to give 100%. And if I get to the end where it doesn't work, then maybe I'll think about something else. But I had no idea what it was going to be.
Even in high school, you had that?
No, in high school, I didn't even know I could play in college. So in high school, I was just like, actually, in high school, I really wanted to go to Stanford or UCLA. My older brother went to UCLA, and I would visit him every year, and I loved like the campus and all the food and the basketball, and, you know, they had pickup basketball all the time, and so I really wanted to go there or stay at home at Stanford. But believe it or not, Harvard was like one of my last picks in terms of where I wanted to go. I really didn't want to go to the East Coast.
You don't like the cold.
Yeah, basically, like, I like wearing shorts and T-shirts every day, so anywhere where I have
you'll be able to do that a lot. You'll be doing a lot of that in Houston then. So.
Hey, yeah, you're right about that. That's all I wear nowadays.
Okay, well, like everybody knows, I'm a school teacher and I teach high school English. So all my students are 14 and 15 years old. And like I said, they follow you like crazy because they know I'm a fan. And so I would like to know, what advice would you give them? Or if you could give yourself advice 10 years ago, what would it be? What would you tell them?
The first piece of advice I would definitely tell myself is to stop stressing so much. Like, every week I'd be like, man, I got this huge test coming up. And then I'd be like, oh man, I need to do really well. Otherwise my GPA is going to go down, and then I'm not going to make it to college, and blah, 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 blah. And, like, I would always, you know, plan out the worst scenario. And, like, now at the end, I don't really even remember what my SAT score was, or my, you know, the GPA and all those little things. Like, I think if I could go back, I would tell myself just to try as hard as I can, and then realize that everything works out the way God means for it to work out. And so, not to say that your effort should change, but
right.
that the mental part of making that so important that it controls, like, my mood or my joy, like, not letting it affect me that as much as it did. I think that's what I would tell myself. And then just to slow down and enjoy it. I think, you know, when you do something, or like when you go to high school for 4 years, you're eventually going to get sick of some stuff and you're going to start complaining. But then anytime you leave, you're going to be like, man, and you think back to high school, you're like, man, those were the days. Or the same thing with college. You're like, oh, this college, I don't like this about this college or that. And then, like, now that I'm out of school, I'm like, I wouldn't mind going back and hanging out. So definitely to cherish the moments that we have.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's open it up. I want to hear more about you guys too. Anything you guys want to talk about in particular? I'm fine with keeping it kind of open and free, just having a conversation.
Yeah, I do. I really like playing Ultimate Frisbee, but I was wondering if you ever played.
Ultimate Frisbee. Man, I used to play in PE. Does that count? But to be honest, like, I can't throw a Frisbee to save my life. So I'm really good. Like, if you throw the Frisbee and it's in the air and it's going, I'll probably outrun most people and go down and catch it. But if I'm not in the little scoring area and I have to throw it to somebody else, it's not happening.
Practice makes perfect, though.
Practice, yeah. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna do that on my next off day. I might go practice my Frisbee throwing skills. But.
Have you found any things you really enjoyed doing in and around Houston yet? I mean, I know you've only been there for a brief period of time now permanently, but I don't know if there's been anything that you've picked up that you really enjoy in that area.
The thing I actually like the most about Houston so far is the food. It's like it's legit. Like I eat anything and everything. So I'm always trying to try a new place to eat or figure out how to cook something. Like, we had this really good sandwich, and so we try to learn how to make it back at home, and then I've also gone fishing a couple times. Fishing's pretty sweet out here. But to be honest, I don't really know that much about Houston just yet. Like, I've been exploring and I've been seeing different things. I've gone to the Galleria, I've gone to Midtown and different places. So I really like everything so far. Well, do you have any suggestions?
I mean, downtown's always fun. It depends on really, I guess, what you want to go do. The food, food's amazing. Other than that, I would explore like the Arts District, the Downtown District. It's neat to check out if you never have.
Okay.
But that's all kind of touristy stuff. I'm sure you'll get a chance to check it all out.
For sure.
No, you need to go to Bel Air. That's where all the good mom and pop Asian restaurants are. The best sushi, the best pho, the best all the food is. That's where it's at.
Well, what's it called?
It's Bel Air. It's in Southwest Houston. Oh my gosh, all down this road. The best mom and pop restaurants. It's legit.
You know how I know it's legit is because I could hear it in your voice.
Oh man, I just moved to North Houston and I am so bummed. I'll drive the 45 minutes for a good bowl of pho.
All right, well then I'm there. I'm gonna check it out for sure. I could definitely. I know you believe it. I know you're not making that up. So, what else? What do you guys like to do in your free time?
Well, in my free time, I don't really have much free time, but I guess you could say my free time, I've recently picked up, like, boxing. I've been doing it for, like, 6 weeks now. So that pretty much is my free time, like, running and training and that kind of stuff. Like, I'm taking it really seriously because I don't want to get beat up, so. That's pretty much what I do. I play basketball, too, in my free time. So pretty much sports and video games. I'm a big gamer, too, so.
Let me guess, you play Call of Duty?
Actually, I played Modern Warfare all the way through like Black Ops, and then I was like, okay, like I got sick of it. It was like the same thing over and over again. So I play 2K a lot now.
Oh, okay. That's the one thing that I don't usually play as much of is like sports games, but I still enjoy them every once in a while. Like, I'll still get on some sports games.
You'd never like get on there with yourself, and, like, see your shots, like right.
That's kind of weird, That's like that's really weird. It'd be
you can
like
make yourself suck though.
I can make myself suck, or I can make myself like extra good. It's just like I don't know. It's fun. I haven't fully wrapped my head around it yet, so I kind of stay away from it.
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
But my friends, they used to, when I first signed with Golden State and they had me in the game, my friends were all like, "Oh, I'm gonna start using you in the game. I can't believe you're in a video game." And then my ranking was so low, they're like, "Nah, we're gonna switch." I'm sorry, we had to switch. We were using other people. I
was actually telling them that because I used you on 2K11 and I made you the MVP because like I played with you and I made you better. and stuff. Your face was wrong. Your face was all messed up. It was
terrible.
Like,
I look jacked though. I saw a picture. I look huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I was a huge Halo guy in college. I used to play like so much that my friend and I were like actually ranked like on the ladder. But you know, my grades were like starting to slip a little, so we had to kind of throw that out the door a little bit.
Okay.
But you know, I'm jealous you got Halo 4 already. Should be a good one.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be legit.
Is that how you keep in touch with your brothers and stuff? Like playing with them?
Well, I pretty much I talk to my whole like I'll talk to my family after most of my games, and then you know, on off days definitely we'll coordinate our schedule, see who's free, and maybe jump online, play some video games or something like that. So yeah, I mean, but me and my brothers are pretty close, so we always actually. My older brother signed up for this Google Hangout,
and then, he didn't get selected.
And then my friend, who was like surfing through the names, was like, "What are you doing? Why did you sign up for that?" So that was pretty funny. He was my older brother who's in New York. I stayed at his place last year, so
his couch, right?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I don't want it to be super formal, so if you guys want to throw any questions out there or play with the effects or whatever you guys want, man. We're just hanging out. Nothing too crazy. So anything goes. So.
We were actually playing with the effects before, yeah.
Until yours broke.
I know, mine broke.
Yeah.
I held everyone back.
Let me see some effects, because I'm not I don't know them all.
Her effects aren't working anymore.
I know. I really love the corn one.
It's supposed to be a mohawk, but it looks like an ear of corn is going from my head.
I'm gonna see if I can get a beard. I'm gonna get a beard real quick. Pull a James Harden.
Yeah, what's it like playing with him so far?
Yeah.
Oh man, he's awesome. I mean, how do I look, by the way? That's pretty tight, right?
That's good.
Yeah.
No, he's awesome. I mean, you guys watch the games. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy what he does.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like he makes it look so easy, and then we just kind of play off of him, and then you know, I think right now because we've only been together for such a short amount of time, it's like we're getting thrown into everything. So there's a little bit of that like freedom and like pick up basketball almost in some ways, just because we don't have too many sets in. But the last few days of practice have been good. We've been able to get more like structure. But playing with him, man, he makes the game so much easier for everybody.
Yeah. That was one of my questions, was how y'all's chemistry was. Because it seemed out there already y'all were having some great dishes without, you know, having much time to practice together.
Yeah, I mean, he knows how to play for sure. Like, he gets it, and then you know, you have other guys like Chandler. He plays so well off the ball, his cutting and his passing, and then you know, Omer can really pass the ball. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but he can pass, and then we have Pat, pick and popper. He can space. He can dive to the basket. So we have a cool group of guys, man, and everyone's really, really humble and like low key. The guys, I've been really impressed. Like, there isn't really any like ego or anything. Like it's you know, the guys all have like really high character. It's cool to be around for sure.
It's awesome.
Do you still keep in touch with a lot of the other players that you played on the other teams?
Yeah. I keep in touch, like from my rookie year. I'll still talk to a lot of the guys. David Lee came with me to Taiwan, and then I'll talk to like Epe. He's in Milwaukee now, or Durrell. He's in Philly, and Steph. He's still there at Golden State. He just got a nice extension. So I'll talk to a lot of my teammates, and then from the Knicks, I talk to still a lot of them, and you know, some of us are pretty spread out, but anytime like we play against each other, we'll hang out. So I got to see Jared Jeffries when we played Portland, and then I saw Jerome Jordan earlier in the preseason, and you know, the Knicks come in November, I think, so I'll be able to see some of them, and maybe grab a bite to eat with some of them. And
do you realize how many fan sites there are about you and Landry? There are
Not
so
really.
many fan sites. It's crazy.
I left him in the couch.
That's pretty funny.
No, it was the handshake. It was definitely the handshake.
Oh, the handshake. You know, we were thinking about it. I talked to him the other day. I was like, should we do the handshake before the Toronto game? But we're still deciding because, you know, we want to be serious about the game, but we also, you know, kind of want to do the handshake. So we'll see what happens.
You know you're going to end up doing the handshake.
Yeah, probably.
I was going to say, you and Chandler have been getting pretty close, it seems like.
You're talking about Chandler Parsons?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only, because when I was here last year for training camp, me and him hung out a little bit, and we shot around, and like I was only here for 12 days, but we had kept in touch, and I kept in touch with like him, Courtney Lee, a couple other guys, and then he was the only one who kind of returned to this team. And then when I came out here during free agency, we grabbed dinner, and then he kind of showed me around the city and just introduced me and helped me get settled.
That's awesome.
So he was really helpful, and then on the court, we get to play together. And then, like, when you go, when you play with your teammates and you kind of go through, like, the battle or whatever you want to call it, it's kind of like you just develop, like, that friendship. It's just something about team sports or teamwork that, like, gives you a different bond. So, like, even my high school teammates, like, we'll have a different type of friendship just because we went through 4 years of stuff together.
Right.
Yeah, I play with one of your teammates all the time here. You know, Umar McGlani?
Oh, yeah.
Was he always that bad? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, man.
No, he might be watching. I don't know.
I think I didn't get a chance to read it yet, but I think he texted me, like, just before the hangout. Yeah, he's awesome, man. That's my guy. But he was, he's good. Maybe, I mean, he hasn't played in a while, so you can't hold it against him.
No, he's actually, like, one of the best players here. I'm just
okay.
On him
Is he still herky-jerky?
What does that mean?
Like, he still plays real herky-jerky?
I don't know. He just kind of plows through everybody because he's
that
bigger
sounds
than all
about right.
of us.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
How was your trip to Taiwan?
Man, crazy. The fans in Taiwan, the fans in Asia, they're so enthusiastic. They're so diehard. I love going out there and spending time with them because they're just really funny. And they made so many cool gifts. Man, if I could show you guys all the gifts that they made me, they were so cool and creative. And so I really appreciated that. And that was probably the highlight of my summer.
Did you take any? Did you take any Chinese courses in the beginning just to brush up a little?
Well, are you saying that I need to improve in Chinese?
I've never heard Chinese before.
No, I mean, there's no question I need to improve. But yeah, I mean, I'm working on it. I didn't take any like classes. I didn't have a teacher or anything, but like my masseuse from back in California only speaks Chinese, so that's helpful. And then any chance I get, I think I try to speak a little more, just because if you don't speak Chinese for a while, like during the season, you'll lose some of the stuff that you learn over the summer.
You definitely forget.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. We have a couple more minutes, so if there's any few last things or questions or anything that you guys want to say, anything goes.
Yeah, are you single? I just want the last question.
They always ask me that in Asia. Yeah, I am, but right now with the season, it's that's kind of where I'm focused on right now.
I was gonna say, when you come up and play the Mavericks, I have like 4 couches in my living room. So if you want to skip the hotel, I got you.
Well, I appreciate that, man. They do put us in hotel rooms, so
you'll probably stay at the Omni. It's nice.
Yeah, I don't even know yet, but yeah, they travel. They definitely make the traveling pretty easy for the players, just because we do it so much. So that's definitely a nice little perk that we get to enjoy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I wanted to just thank you so much for like this experience, because like I don't want to sound like redundant, but like ever since I saw you play in the summer league against John Wall, and I saw you outplayed him, like that's when I really started following you, and I looked you up. and I saw that you wanted to be a minister, and I was like, this dude is awesome. So like I became like a Jeremy Lin like fanboy. Like I was with you on 2K. Like I said, my friends make fun of me. Like this dude ain't gonna be no good. He's Asian and stuff. And I'm like, bro, like this dude has faith in God. And like when I saw you finally succeed, like it just like to me as a Christian, it just proved that like if you have faith in God through those hard times and like you stay with it, you know, he will come through. And it was just so awesome to see that. Like, I'm like, it was just crazy. It almost brought me to like tears to just see that, like you as an example, man. And I just want to thank you for this experience because it was so awesome.
Man, no worries. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. So, no, thank you. And, you know, we know glory goes to God, and, you know, he makes us, he works through our weaknesses. He gives me strength through my weakness. So, man, I appreciate you sharing that.
I still remember like seeing you back in like 2008 when you were playing Crimson at Harvard, and I think you were playing against Michigan. And it was on ESPNU, and you guys were like totally down by like quite a bit like at the end, and then you came back in the last like 3 minutes. That was the first time I ever saw you play. Like that was definitely like up there in terms of like college basketball game comebacks for me, because I remember just like thinking, no way. Like, how about for you? Like, what was your favorite college game like while you were in your college days?
Man, there's so many. There's so many. I might have to go with the William and Mary game. When I threw up some crazy shot, like it was like it was just basically a lucky shot. I was falling down and I threw up some 3-pointer and it went in, and it was like double overtime. And then we won. And I remember, dude, I could not sleep that night. Like we went out to eat, me and my friends, my teammates, and then it was just that feeling, the feeling that we had after that game. Like I was wired. I could not sleep at all that night, and I was just like, man, that's so crazy. And that was probably one of the cooler experiences. And then maybe the games against Boston College. Those were some fun ones as well.
Thanks for being here, man.
No, thank you guys.
Absolutely. Is it ever, I just was curious, is it ever weird to watch yourself on SportsCenter, especially when Linsanity was going on and it's just constant? Was it just kind of odd?
Dude, you have no idea. Like, I get nervous when I see myself, like, on TV. Like, if I see myself, I'll like, turn it off because I'm like, dude, that's weird. That's weird. I don't know, because it happens so fast, you know? Yeah. Like, I remember in college, when we upset a team or when we upset like Boston College or something, and then, you know, we might be on the website and there might be like one little link and it'll say like Harvard beats Boston College, and like my last name, it might say Lin somewhere in there. I remember I used to take like a screenshot and like, dude, that's so cool. I was on, you know, ESPN NCAA basketball, or, you know, I was on Yahoo Sports NCAA basketball or something like that. But then like once I started seeing me on ESPN and like people like talking about me, whether it's, you know, talk shows or whatever, or it just got a little weird. Yeah. But I don't really watch too much TV anyway, so it's good. So stay away from it, because, you know, when things are going bad, you don't really want to hear about it too much, and when things are going good, you don't want to get too high and kind of like lose your edge, or you know, become too complacent. So I think the best strategy is to kind of stay removed from it a little bit.
What was your favorite Lin pun?
I liked Super Nintendo, but I had this like, it was crazy because all my friends kept texting me with Lin Puns, and I was like, I made a rule with all my friends. I was like, look, if we're going to be friends, no Lin Puns. You guys have to call me the same thing you used to always call me, whatever the nickname was. I was like, no Lin Puns, just because that was kind of a almost like larger than life thing that happened. It was like a little phenomenon or whatever. But, you know, when I'm with my friends, I'm with my friends, you know. So if I don't call shotgun, I got to sit in the back. That's just the way it goes, unless there's really no leg room. But, you know, Super Nintendo, and then sometimes people still do it to piss me off, especially David Lee from the Warriors. He'll always be like, if I'll have a good game, he'll text me and be like, that was a Linstant classic, or that was Lindescribable, or, you know, like when we were in Taiwan, like I would just like, we were just like working out or like eating. We'd be eating dinner and I'd eat really fast and he'd be like, wow, the speed was Lindescribable. I cannot believe you ate that meal or that steak. So it was pretty funny. Yeah.
Wow.
Last week was homecoming week at my school, and I was like, if you wear Jeremy Lin stuff, you get extra credit. You know how many kids came in with like old Rocket jerseys with like paper, like notebook paper covering the name and putting like Lin. Look, it's Lin, it's Lin. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
That's awesome. Please tell your students I say thank you too. That's really cool that you know, they support me and they support the team. So I really appreciate that. Please tell them I say hello.
We definitely have a, you know, every day after a game, we always talk about it. Did you see that game? And I was like, oh, yes, I have Comcast. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Hopefully you gave them a lot of extra credit.
Yeah, I will.
All right,
we'll be watching this for their journal tomorrow.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's about it in terms of time, but I just want to say, seriously, thank you guys. I know, like, you guys had to do a lot of preparation and, you know, test the internet speed and all the different things and get on early. So thank you guys for taking the time. It means a lot to me. It really does. And for everybody else who tuned in online, hopefully you guys, I'm sorry you didn't get to hang out in terms of being on here, but hopefully you guys enjoyed, you know, just being able to watch us, you know, chit chat and answer questions. So best of luck to everybody, and thanks again, and I'll see you guys soon. And it was a good one. I'll see you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy.
All right.
Good luck this year.
Thanks.